Namaste. This recording is a meditation for the middle of the night, available on my channel. This guidance uses modified Yoga Nidra techniques to induce deep sleep, differing slightly from my usual guidance for deep rest with trace awareness, aiming for deep unconscious sleep. The wisdom I share from the ancient Yoga Nidra tradition comes from Southeast Asia and India. I'm grateful to all the wisdom keepers who have passed it down over thousands of years. Within this tradition, there are stories of the goddess of Yoga Nidra. So tonight, I invite you to surrender to her grace, trust in her wisdom and your body's wisdom, as rest is vital for thriving. You may explore different states of awareness and consciousness. I encourage you to welcome any state, be it deep rest or unconscious slow wave sleep, allowing the process of rest to unfold naturally. We'll start by relaxing the body as much as possible, aiming for deep, slow brainwave states. Ensure you are completely supported and comfortable. blocking out any junk light and ensuring the air is cool enough to induce sleep. Use blankets and pillows for support. As you adjust your body, place pillows under your knees to bring your thighs into a vertical position, calming the nervous system for sleep. Use an eye covering and adjust your headphones if using them. Notice if you need to adjust your head, upper chest, shoulders, and arms to find a completely comfortable and easy position. Tune into your pelvis and hips, ensuring your legs are fully supported. See if there's anything to make you even more comfortable. Soften your jaw, parting your teeth. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release through an open mouth, softening the jaw even more and releasing the tongue, or drawing the tongue tip towards the roof of the mouth. Begin to relax through your eyes, eyelids, and the small muscles behind them. Notice the flow of air within your nostrils, feeling the exhale, and imagine yourself sinking down into your mattress with each exhale. With each inhale, feel the breath in your nose, and with each exhale, your body melts, becoming heavy and sinking deeper into your mattress. Each inhale brings awareness of the breath. Each exhale brings heaviness to your head, shoulders, torso, legs, and heels, sinking deeper with each exhalation. As you breathe, find a rhythm with me. After fully exhaling, inhale to the count of 2, 1, 2. Exhale for 1, 2. Inhale for 1, 2. Exhale for 1, 2. Now 3 counts. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. For 4 counts, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let your breath continue this way, maintaining the shape of this 4-count inhale and slightly longer exhale. Allow yourself to be absorbed in this rhythm of breath. Release that, allowing yourself to relax back into a natural rhythm of breath. Now, welcome a sankalpa, a powerful process for the subconscious mind. Welcome this sankalpa. I am resting in a cocoon of deep sleep. I drift off to sleep effortlessly and naturally. Repeat this mentally 3 times. I am resting in a cocoon of deep sleep. I drift off to sleep effortlessly and naturally. I am resting in a cocoon of deep sleep. I drift off to sleep effortlessly and naturally. I am resting in a cocoon of deep sleep. I drift off to sleep effortlessly and naturally. Now we'll scan attention through the body. As you rotate your attention from point to point, imagine the energy of deep sleep, deep slumber, healing darkness, or deep rest gracefully touching each region, turning out the light at each point and welcoming the darkness and quietude of nighttime. Bring your attention to your mouth, tongue, and jaw, softening and relaxing completely the muscles of your tongue and jaw. Welcome the energy of darkness and slumber. Sense your teeth, gums, the sensations of your right cheek, the sensations of your left cheek, the roof of your mouth, the floor of your mouth, the shape, volume, and sensation of your lower lip, the shape, volume, and sensation of your upper lip, the touch of air at the tip of your nostrils, and the flow of air inside your right nostril, the flow of air. Inside your left nostril, the nasal flares, the whole outer nose, and the space between your eyebrows, welcoming slumber and healing darkness. The right eyebrow, the right temple, the cheekbone, the eyelid and eyelashes, the right eye itself, the warmth of the eye within the socket, all of the little muscles behind the right eye, softening, relaxing, and letting go. Sensing now the left eyebrow, welcoming the energy of darkness, healing slumber, the left temple, the cheekbone, the eyelid and eyelashes, the left eye, and the warmth and sensation of the eye resting down deep into your eye socket, relaxing all of the little muscles behind the eye, resting so deeply, both eyes heavy, sinking, drifting towards sleep. Letting your attention come to the center of your forehead and spreading through the scalp and the hair towards the crown of your head. letting the energy of healing darkness spread through your whole scalp and hair. Let your attention migrate over to your right ear, sensing the folds of the earlobe, the inner ear, and ear canal. Notice the right ear listening and receiving the sounds. Slowly, as you're ready, come over to your left ear, sensing the folds of the ear and the earlobe migrating down towards the inner ear, and noticing the left ear listening to each sound that arises and dissolves. Just noticing the distance or the space that exists in between your ears. The distance or the space in between your ears. Could you imagine this space as effortless, deeply resting, welcoming the energy of slumber, effortless space in between your ears? Sense the space between the center of your forehead and the center of the back of your skull, welcoming the space or distance in between the center of your forehead and the back of your head. Welcome this space to be effortless, deeply resting, welcoming the energy of slumber. Welcome attention to flow downward, down and down into your throat, the center of the throat, the pit of the throat, sensing the flow of air within the throat as you breathe in and out, dropping down towards the pit of the throat, over to the right side of your chest, the right shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, palm of the hand, back of the hand, all of the fingers starting with the thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. all 5 fingertips of your right hand, and the space in between the fingers, the fingertips, and also the space in between the fingers. Notice the space in between the fingertips and the space inside of the fingertips and the space around the fingertips. Sense where the space inside of the fingers ends and the space around the fingers begins. Space within the fingers and space around the fingers beginning to merge in the field of awareness. Bring your attention back towards your palm, wrist, elbow, shoulder, right side of chest, heart center, left side of chest, left shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, palm of the hand, back of the hand, and sensing all of the fingertips, starting with your thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 fingertips of your left hand, all 5 fingers of your left hand, and the space in between the fingers, all 5 fingers in the space in between the fingers. Notice the space around your fingers and sense where the space inside of the finger ends and the space around the fingers begins. Notice the space and the boundary between the fingers and the space around the fingers, or does the boundary begin to dissolve into a sense of spacious presence and awareness? Simply noticing. Let your attention float back up to the palm, wrist, elbow, shoulder, left side of chest, heart center, diaphragm. Noticing this rise and fall, this subtle sensation of the diaphragm rising and falling. ever so subtle sensation of the diaphragm, the navel, the low belly rising and falling gently with each breath, a continuous rhythm of breath, inhaling with a gentle encouragement of the breath, with no pause, going straight into the exhale, letting it all go, continuing straight into the inhale, a continuous flow and rhythm of breath. Notice the sensation of the rise and fall of the belly with this continuous rhythm of breath, just as if you were already asleep, mimicking the breathing pattern as if you were already asleep. Continuous rhythm of breath from the low belly over to the right hip, sensing the right hip joint, sensing down into the whole thigh, the whole right thigh, front and back, down into the knee, the shin, the calf, the ankle, heel of the foot, sole of the foot, top of the foot, moving through the toes one by one, starting with the big toe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 toes and the space that exists in between the toes. Sense the tips of the toes and imagine the space around the toes. Sense where the toes end, the boundary of the toes ends, and the space around the toes begins. Notice where the toes end and the space around the toes begins. Or do the toes begin to dissolve or merge with the space around the toes? Simply noticing. Bring your attention back to the top of the foot, the sole of the foot, heel, ankle, lower leg, knee, thigh, hip, low belly. Back to the low belly and over to the left hip. Down into the thigh, front and back of the thigh, into the knee, the shin, the calf, the ankle, heel of the foot, sole of the foot, top of the foot. Begin to sense each of the toes, starting with the big toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 toes of the left foot, all 5 toes in the space around the toes, space around the toes, all 5 toes, the space around the toes, the outermost boundary of the toes. Sense where that outermost boundary ends and the space around the toes begins. The space around the toes, noticing the energy, the tingling space within and around the toes. Does the space within and around the toes begin to merge? Simply notice. Let attention move back up towards the top of the foot, the sole of the foot, the heel, ankle, lower leg, knee, the whole thigh, the hip. Sense the sacrum on the back of your body. Sense the back of your body, the sacrum, the left and right shoulder blades and where they rest on your mattress. Sense the back of your neck and the point in the back of your neck where the spine meets the skull, the point in the back of the skull resting into your pillow, the whole head heavy, and the eyes heavy, and you're noticing the continuous rhythm of breath at the nostrils, a continuous rhythm of breath. As you welcome this continuous breath, inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to a count of 6, 7, or 8. As you invite the exhale to be slightly longer than the inhale, maintain this continuous rhythm of breath. So there's no pause between the inhale and the exhale, and no pause between the exhale and the next inhale. A continuous breath. inhaling to the count of 4, exhaling for 6, 7, or 8. Just like waves upon a shore, a gentle encouragement of the inhale to a count of 4, exhaling, letting it go completely to a count of 6, 7, 8. Gentle encouragement on the inhale, continuous breath relaxing outward on the exhale, a continuous rhythm of breath. As you welcome this continuous rhythm of breath, imagine inhaling from the base of your spine up the back of your body and over the crown of your head. On the exhale, imagine energy flowing down from the crown over the front of your body and back towards the base of your spine. Inhaling up the back of the spine, exhaling energy washing down along the front of your body. To inhale back and up, exhaling forward and down, a continuous rhythm of breath. Imagine a cycle of energy flowing up your back body, exhaling down, down, down towards the base. Inhaling energy up the back of the body towards the crown of your head. Exhaling breath and energy flowing like a waterfall down, down, down the front of the body. A circular rhythm of breath, continuous in nature. No pause between the inhale and the exhale. continuous rhythm of breath, a gentle encouragement of the inhale, completely relaxed on the exhale, inhaling a wave of energy up the back of your spine, exhaling a waterfall of energy down, down, down the front of your body. Imagine this energy flowing through your body like a river or a wave, rolling in and rolling back out. Inhaling a wave up your body, continuous, exhaling down your body, continuous, easy breath, just as if you were already asleep. Continuous, continuous rhythm, a continuous rhythm of breath, just as if you were drifting off into sleep. Imagine your whole body becoming heavy, sinking deep down into your mattress. The whole body sinking deeper and deeper into the soft support of your mattress. The whole body resting, the whole body heavy, releasing effort, sinking deeper and deeper, surrendering to the force of gravity, becoming deeper and deeper relaxed. Imagine your whole body and mind sleepy, drifting off to sleep, allowing thoughts to flow, just a natural, dreamlike flow of thoughts without any interest in the thoughts, just allowing them to drift and flow with no effort or interest in each random thought, allowing the thoughts to flow. The more random the thoughts become, the less interest in the thoughts, the closer you become to sleep, allowing each part, allowing it all to flow effortlessly, a continuous rhythm of breath, no interest in the thoughts themselves, allowing a natural flow of images or thoughts, a dreamlike quality to occur with a continuous rhythm of breath, just as if you are already asleep. With attention towards the back of your eyelids, notice spontaneous colors, images, or darkness. Notice or welcome the following images to flow through your consciousness: a beautiful owl, magnificent in the moonlight; a beautiful, wise owl in the moonlight; a large green Luna moth resting quietly; a large green Luna moth resting quietly in the bark of a tree; a setting sun, an orange setting sun moving down and down beyond the horizon; a chorus of frog rocks singing, chirping in the moonlight; a chorus of frogs singing in the moonlight; a wild cat gracefully, quietly moving through the forest; a wild cat gracefully navigating through a beautiful night forest; a calm lake, a calm, peaceful, languishing lake, reflecting, mirroring a blanket of stars in the sky; a calm lake mirroring a beautiful starlight in the sky; the Milky Way shimmering all of the colors of the stars, a magnificent Milky Way, the galaxy, the whole galaxy, the whole galaxy. the whole galaxy stretching for billions of light years. Welcome any spontaneous dreamlike imagery to arise now, allowing thoughts to flow freely and effortlessly, allowing images to arise spontaneously, not paying particular attention to any of the thoughts that arise, just allowing them to flow, allowing your attention to rest, drifting down and down into sleep. Welcome here, your Sankalpa. I am resting in a cocoon of deep sleep. I drift off to sleep effortlessly and naturally. I am resting in a cocoon of deep sleep. I drift off to sleep effortlessly and naturally. I am resting in a cocoon of deep sleep. I drift off to sleep effortlessly and naturally, relaxing back into the support beneath your body, a continuous rhythm of breath, welcoming spontaneous dreamlike energy and imagery to arise, thoughts flowing freely, resting back into the support of your mattress, your whole body heavy, and noticing what it would be like to drift off to sleep. Drifting off to sleep, noticing what it would be like. How would it feel if you were drifting off to sleep effortlessly, naturally, already happening? Drifting off to sleep, so effortless in your body, free-flowing in your mind, naturally, effortlessly drifting to sleep. Resting, drifting off to sleep. How would it feel if you were drifting off to sleep, drifting off just for so effortless in the body, free-flowing in the mind, naturally, effortlessly drifting to sleep, resting, drifting off to sleep. How would it feel if you are drifting off to sleep, drifting off just for